These are devotions for people at a social distance. The book of Daniel. In my devotions today, I was reading in the book of Daniel, and Daniel is one of those books, especially when you get out of the really nice stories at the beginning, that is just plain weird. And probably that's partly because the book of Daniel was written during a time of national crisis. Everything was falling apart. Probably not the time that the book was set in, but a later period. And it was sort of a way of dealing with very, very traumatic events that were going on. And I was thinking about that as I read in chapter 12 today, starting at verse 5. Then I, Daniel, looked, and two others appeared, one standing on this bank of the stream and one on the other. One of them said to the man clothed in linen who was upstream, how long shall it be until the end of these wonders? And that question struck me. How long will it be till the end of these wonders? We have been living through bewildering times for about a year, where, we're coming up to that date where everything was shut down. It was probably going to be shut down. We all told ourselves, a couple of weeks, it'll all be over. Here we are a year later, and a sense of normalcy has not been found. And that's the question, right? How long? How long shall it be until the end of these wonders, these disturbing times? How long will it be? That's always the question we keep on asking ourselves. When are we going to see the end of this? When are we going to see some return to a sense of normalcy? Verse 7, the man clothed in linen who was upstream raised his hand and his right hand and his left hand toward heaven. And I heard him swear by the one who lives forever that it would be for a time, 2 times, and half a time. Okay. That's really helpful, right? A time, 2 times, and half a time. What on earth is that supposed to mean? Because that's exactly what we experience when we go through a time of crisis, when we go through a time of trauma. The sense of time sort of starts to lose its meaning, right? And we have gone into a kind of suspension in time for about a year. That's the reality. And I just really appreciated verse 8. This is presumably the author of Daniel speaking. He says, verse 8, I heard, but could not understand. It's where we are. It's where we are. We are living at a time in a time where time doesn't make sense, where time doesn't work like it's supposed to work. And this is bewildering, and we do not understand. The answers that we are going to get at times like this often will not satisfy. The predictions that are made about how long this will last and when we get to go back are not necessarily something we can rely on. This is where we are. And I guess maybe this book of Daniel reminds us that we're not the first to face such times. People have always gone through these times where because of the difficulty of what we're dealing with, time begins to lose its meaning. This is how we deal with it. They managed to live through it. So shall we. We are not alone. We will go and keep on going. And we will find a way through. I guess that's all I wanted to say today. Lord our God, time has begun to lose its meaning. And this is an odd thing to experience, what we've experienced this past year. But thank you, you've been with us through it. Continue to guide us as we find that future you have for us. Amen.